Hello students, so today we are going to do a very interesting chapter, Proud Bhima. So once Draupadi, wife of the Pandavas, was sitting under a tree enjoying the cool breezes of the evening. Suddenly she saw a lovely flower by her feet. So now the story opens as the Draupadi, the wife of Pandava, she is sitting under a tree and she is enjoying cool breeze, and suddenly what happens that a flower comes near her feet. So Draupadi could not resist the temptation of picking it up. So she picked it up. So what do we mean by temptation here, students? That she was very impressed by the beauty of that flower, that Draupadi bent down and picked up that flower and admired its beauty. It was the most beautiful flower she has ever seen. It had thousands of brightly colored petals with velvety touch. So, द्रौपदी क्या है? एक पेड़ के नीचे बैठी है और वो कूल ब्रीज मतलब ठंडी हवाओं को एंजॉय कर रही है, और उतने में उनको क्या दिखा? एक फ्लावर दिखा अपने पैरों के नीचे, और उन्होंने she picked it up and she admired the beauty of that flower. It also had a strange intoxicating fragrance. What do we mean by intoxicating? That it had a very strong fragrance. बहुत ही strong खुशबू थी जिससे द्रौपदी बहुत ज़्यादा impress हो गई और attracted हो गई. Bhima, who was standing near the tree, saw Draupadi holding the flower. और भीम उस वक्त आते हैं and he saw Draupadi holding that flower. With a smile on his face, he asked, "Do you know, Draupadi, you are holding a very rare species of the flower that grows in the forest. This is the Saugandhika flower." So now Bhim is telling Draupadi that this is Saugandhika flower and it is a very rare species of flower which is found in the deep ending forests. He added, Draupadi wanted some more flowers of the same kind for her long black hair. So now Draupadi wants many flowers so that she can put all these beautiful flowers in her long hair. So she asked Bhima to get her some more flowers. With his indomitable club resting on his broad shoulders. So what do we mean by indomitable club? It means Bhim ka gada, resting on his broad shoulders. So the gada was resting on his shoulders and Bhim started in the direction of the wind that had carried the flower to Draupadi. His steps were firm and fast and the earth seemed to shake as his powerful strides. So Bhim is very strong, and when Bhim is walking, the earth is shaking because he is walking with the firm feet. Tall and mighty as an oak, Bhim walked through the forest. He went over hills and dales, crossed the rivers and waded through the strong streams. So now Bhim is walking with firm feet and he is traveling through the hills and rivers, crossing rivers after rivers. So it seemed that nature made way for him wherever he went. Animals ran hatter-shatter out of fear of being crushed under the man mountain. Several trees were uprooted by his sheer speed. So here students, what is happening? That जहाँ Bhim जा रहा है, वहाँ animals are going hatter-shatter, which means that they are running anywhere because they are seeing a mountain man. He is very big, Bhim is very big and strong, so everyone is afraid and everyone is running out of his way to give him the way. Soon Bhim came upon a lake full of fresh cold water. He stopped for a moment and took a deep breath. He could feel the scent of Saugandhika flower. Bhim knew he was not far from the source of sweet scent. So what happened here, students? Bhim came near a fresh cold water lake. Bhim knew he was not far from the source of sweet scent. His strides now turned into giant leaps, crushing everything under them almost impatiently. So now Bhim came across a lake and he is taking deep breaths near that lake. And what did he find there, students? That he can smell the scent of सौगंधिका फ्लावर. एंड भीम को पता चल चुका था कि सौगंधिका फ्लावर उन सब दूर नहीं है, पास में ही है, करीब ही है. तो सडनली भीम स्पॉटेड अ वीक old monkey lying in his path. Hey you old monkey, out of my way, shouted Bhim. So Bhim thinks himself to be so strong and bold and firm that to a weak monkey, weak and old monkey who is lying in the path, he is saying that get out of my way. मतलब मेरे रास्ते से हट जाओ क्योंकि मुझे सौगंधिका फ्लावर लेने जाना है अपनी पत्नी के लिए. The monkey slowly opened his eyes. So this monkey slowly opened his eyes and looked at Bhim. What is the hurry, O brave one? Have patience with an old fellow like me, said he. So now the monkey is saying that I am old, मैं बूढ़ा हो चुका हूँ, तो मुझ पर चिल्ला क्यों रहे हो? Have patience मतलब धीरज रखो, मैं हट ही रहा हूँ. I have no time to waste with a loathsome creature like you. So now Bhim thinks himself to be so strong. So Bhim is saying that कि हट जाओ मेरे रास्ते, that I don't want to argue with you. Move away fast or I shall kick you out of my way. Bhim raved angrily. The monkey still not make any effort to move. So now the monkey is not moving even an inch, and although you appear to be a man of great might and worth, you have no compassion for the old and weak, he said. So now the monkey is telling Bhim that you are so strong and firm and so bold, but you don't have any worth for people like me who are old, or the compassion, you don't have any compassion for people like me who are old and weak. Bhim flew in a rage. What do we mean by rage here, students? That Bhim became so angry after listening to this monkey. I am not here to take lessons from an old brute like you. So now Bhim is saying that I am not here to take lessons or lectures from you. So just get out of my way because I need to get Saugandhika flower for my wife. The old monkey said in a low voice, well then my brother, as I am old to move myself, why don't you push my tail to one side and make way for yourself? So now the monkey, अब बंदर क्या कह रहा है? The old monkey, what is he saying to Bhim? That I am not moving because I am so old and weak. So why don't you put me aside and make your way? So Bhim was full of scorn. So what do we mean by scorn here, students? Anger for the old monkey and full of pride with his strength. So Bhim used to think that he has so much strength that he can kick anyone or make way for himself. He thought it shameful to touch the monkey's tail with his hand. Out of disguise, he tried to push the tail with his club, but to the surprise, the tail did not move at all. So now, भीम क्या कर रहे हैं? भीम अपनी गदा से उस मंकी की पूंछ को हटाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. But the monkey is so strong that the tail is not even moving. And now, Bhim tried again. This time with great effort, but the tail did not budge. What do we mean by budge here, students? That जो पूंछ थी उस मंकी की वो हिली भी नहीं भीम की इतनी शक्ति लगाने के बाद में भी. Bhim used all his power and thrust his club under the tail. He now tried to lift the tail with his club. He was shocked when he could not move the tail. He tugged at his club with all his might. There was a loud sound which echoed through the forest. So now what Bhim is doing, students? He is trying really hard to push or move the tail with his club or with his hand, but the tail is not moving even an inch. And now Bhim is very angry, very upset, and he is thinking that why is this tail not moving? Oh, have you broken my poor weak tail? Asked the monkey. Bhim was speechless at what had happened. His club had broken into pieces. So, भीम की गदा उस पूंछ को हिलाने के चक्कर में पूरी टूट गई. He was ashamed and puzzled. He had killed great giants and huge elephants with his club, even in a single blow. So now Bhim is thinking that I have killed so many people, great giants with my club, with my gada, and now I cannot even move a tail of this old and weak monkey. Ordinary men could not have even lifted his heavy club, and this club had broken while he was trying to lift an old monkey's tail. How strange. So now Bhim is very confused and he's thinking how strange it is that I have killed great giants with my club, with my gada, and huge elephants, but I am incapable to even lift this tail. Bhim's pride still did not accept defeat. He bent down and took hold of the monkey's tail with both his hands. He tried to lift it with all his strength. Suddenly the monkey pressed his tail down firmly on the ground. Ah, my hands are getting crushed, cried Bhim in pain. So now Bhim tried to lift the tail up with his hands, but he failed miserably. His face was pale. What do we mean by pale here, students? वो हताश हो गए. भीम बहुत हताश हो गए कि एक old और weak monkey की पूंछ भी वो हिला नहीं पा रहे. And his body wetted with sweat. His pride crumpled and he realized that the beast before him was not an ordinary monkey. Bhima at once became humble. He pleaded softly, "Forgive me, O mighty one. Kindly tell me who you are. Are you a god or an angel?" So, अब भीम पूछ रहे हैं कि forgive me, please मुझे माफ कर दो और बताओ कि आप कौन हो. The monkey laughed and moved his tail to free Bhim's hand. "Bhim, I am Hanuman, the son of Vayu and your elder brother." Then he took his own form. So now Hanumanji is telling Bhim that I am your elder brother and I have come here to teach you a lesson. Bhim fell at Hanuman's feet. "Pardon me, I beg." मतलब मुझे माफ कर दीजिए. I was very rude to you. My pride had blinded me. I believe there was none equal to me in strength. मैंने सोचा कि मेरे सामने कोई भी योद्धा बराबर नहीं है and I feel very guilty about it. You have humbled me and taught me a good lesson. Hanuman smiled. "I forgive you, my dear brother. I am indeed happy to see you." Tears of joy rolled down Bhim's eyes when the great Hanuman embraced him. By the sheer touch of Hanuman, Bhim's strength increased many times. As Hanuman touched Bhim's club, it was not only restored to its original form, but also became unbreakable. So now, as Hanuman touched Bhim's club, not only restored to its original form, but became unbreakable. So now, Hanuman came in his original form, blessed Bhim, and also restored his club which was broken. "Take your club, Bhim. It will never deprive you when you use it," said Hanuman. Bhim closed his eyes in gratitude. Then most respectfully he asked Hanuman the secret of his unmatched strength. So now Bhim is asking Hanuman that, "How are you so strong? Please give me lessons about this also." Hanuman replied, "My devotion to Lord Rama is the secret of my strength. Each time I utter the Lord's name, my strength increases multifolds." Which means Hanuman is saying that I am devoted to my Lord Rama, and whenever I take his name, my strength is increased in multifolds. My strength is not mine, it is my Lord's. Lord Rama's name and his divine memory thrilled Hanuman. He was overcome with true devotion and he began to dance and he chanted his Lord's name. The whole forest resounded with the name of Lord Rama. So now Hanumanji is very happy and he is dancing and chanting the name of Rama, and the whole forest is being rejoiced with the name of Lord Rama. He asked Bhim what had brought him so far. Bhim humbly told Hanuman the purpose of his visit. So now Bhim is telling Hanuman that why is he here? He's been here because of the flower. Hanuman pointed towards the lake. "There, go and pluck as many flowers as you want." Saying this, Hanuman disappeared, leaving behind a light-hearted Bhim whose pride has been vanished completely. So this brings us to the end of the chapter here, students. So I hope you all enjoyed and learned a lot from this chapter. Thank you.